Connor Rogers here from the NFL Combine alongside Joshua Perry and USC wide receiver Ja'Kobi Lane. Ja'Kobi, one of the younger guys in this group. How was the decision ultimately to make the leap?
Yeah, in the college football world, it's kind of turned into more of a business every day. So just being able to make a mature decision and not try and trade up for any amount of money and just trusting my abilities and the football player that I am and coming out early is something that was an easy decision when I weighed my options. So
we're watching guys walk around. Is one of the things that we do is like scope out the body types, and you almost look like a hooper. You got great length, your hands are humongous. That shows up on the field, especially when it comes to the contested catch. Let's talk about how you use your size and your body as a weapon out there.
Yeah, I think being able to be a bigger receiver, you kind of get put in that one-trick pony category, only a red zone type of guy. But I take everything serious in my game. I'm a very big route technician, and when it comes down to it, I try not to just be labeled as a guy that's only there for the jump balls. But at the same time, when that ball is in the air, it's a different story. So being able to have that in my bag is something that I take very serious.
The USC offense, you guys had a ton of talent, especially in the pass game. How did that program help develop you as a skill player?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I think being able to be around guys like Makai Lemon and stuff like that, you always are turned up by the guys around you. So being able to have that, you always want to bring your A game and be able to have your guys be able to lean on you and not just vice versa. So I think being able to grow in an offense like that and be able to get so many passing reps, it molded me, to be the receiver that I am today. So.
Makai Lemon was kind of the headliner there. A lot of people talked about him, but you flip on the tape and we watch you, Ja'Kobi, and it's like this guy can really play too. So have you had conversations with teams about how much more of a load you can handle if you were kind of the guy for the offense?
Yeah, 100%. I think being able to be around a guy like Makai just turns you into a better teammate. Being able to have someone in the spotlight, there's got to be someone behind him. And I think in turn of that, you always got to be able to have that switch to turn on because you don't know when your opportunity is going to come, but you know it's coming. So being able to always be ready for that. And then like you said, like having teams ask me, am I ready for a wide receiver one type role? And you always want to jump to that question and be able to say yes, of course. And that's just who I've always been. I've never turned down an opportunity, and I've never shied away from an opportunity. So knowing who I am and being able to jump into that role is something I'm more than okay with.
So all day yesterday, we were with the corners in this draft, and we'd ask them, like, what was your week-to-week grind like? Like, what was the routine like, especially the day after a game? What's it like for the wide receivers? Because these corners, they are trying to gain every edge against you guys. They have the GAs doing 100 cut-ups, and so what's it like on the other side of the ball, preparation?
Yeah, we have a tremendous GAs, Rob and Spencer Jones. Those guys take their job very serious. So being able to go in and watch film with them, not only like asking them for the cut-ups, and then going throughout the week and not only seeing who you're playing, but seeing what those DBs like to play, what techniques they like to play, and how they like to play certain routes. So being able to grow as not only a football guy, a football receiver, but as a football mind as well. It was a huge thing for me this year, and Makai as well. And we took that very serious, and we did it the whole year. So
Connor mentioned just your youth, one of the younger guys here, but we hear your maturity. We hear how seriously you take the game. Where does that come from for you?
Yeah, definitely my mom. Since a young age, my mom loves football more than anyone I know. So her taking it serious and always kind of being that person in my corner to keep it 100 with me and never kind of bull crap with me. She's always there and always tells me to take it serious because you don't know when your opportunity is going to come, like I said. But being able to know it might come is a big thing for her. So always taking it serious.
Has mom been yelling in the stands since like Pop Warner youth days?
100%. She's my biggest fan and she's also my biggest hater. So I always say nobody can tell me the truth or nobody can tell me anything I don't know because my mom has already told me.
I think it's a good thing when your mom's your biggest hater though because you know it's coming from the right place.
100%. Yeah. It's always coming from a place of love.
Yeah, it makes you like a little more bulletproof. So
right,
that's
right.
So this process so much different than football, and you're a great athlete, so maybe an easier transition for you. But what does that routine become where it's all right? It's about the athletic testing, and I'm gonna be doing something that scouts want to see, but not what I typically do throughout a real football season.
Yeah, 100%. You're training for the 40, the broad jump, and all the vertical stuff. But at the end of the day, you're in reality, we're getting ready for that rookie mini camp and those OTAs. So always knowing what I'm doing is for good reason for this combine, but as well as being able to grow as a football player and not only take those things serious, but the routes, the infield, or not infield, excuse me, the board work and stuff, because all that stuff matters. So not taking any area more serious than any other.
So where do you think you've grown the most as a player, having that balance between, like, of course you got to do the drills, but working on routes and working on the board? Where do you feel like you've grown the most?
Yeah, I think being able to come from a school like USC where they prioritize school so much, being able to just go into my draft process and really be football based has been nothing but a blessing. Being able to just focus on ball, and it's now it's my 9 to 5, so I have nothing else to worry about. So I feel like I'm very good at managing my time, whether it's for combine prep or for just regular football stuff. So being able to be comfortable in my own skin and know who I am as a person has been tenfold a blessing. And you know, you always dream of this moment. You always dream of being able to focus on just ball, and now that it's here, it's been nothing short of a blessing.
So we know you get to meet with a ton of teams while you're here. What have they been kind of hammering you on? Anything trying to trick you or kind of like find a different side of you so far?
I think no real crazy questions like you hear about all the time.
Yeah,
but
that's a lost art, thank God.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
But one of the funnier ones was when a coach was asking me about all my draft prep. Are you training for the 40? Are you training for the vertical? All that stuff. And then he was like, how is that going to help you for OTAs and rookie camp? And it kind of put me on the spot, and I was like, you know, I'm a football player, coach. At the end of the day, I care about football more than I care about anything else, so I'll be more than ready. But just always being able to be who I am and not necessarily respond quick, but respond honestly, and that's the truth.
I think that's the thing that they're looking for too, right? Like they want to figure out who you are. They want that honesty, and I think that's great perspective out of you. So we've been asking the guys that come through. You mentioned it. You have more free time now than you've ever had. What do you like to do?
Yeah, I think, you know, in this draft process, you don't have a whole lot of time, but at the end of the day, being in a place like Orange County, there's a lot of food spots. You go to the beach, and I think just being able to be who I am and clear my head at any point in time, but also just play the game. So just being able to connect with my friends and people that I really don't get to talk to a whole lot, but now that I have a little bit of more time, being on the game is a blessing. So.
Ja'Kobi Lane, wide receiver from USC, now onto the NFL. We love watching you, man. Thanks for stopping by today.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for having me.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.